continuously, continuously. Does not throw tiles every day, does not throw tiles every day. John was asleep when I got home. John was asleep when I got home. What is the character limit for this field? What is the character limit for this field? The company is launching new products. The company is launching new products. He was writing a letter when the pen ran out of ink. He was writing a letter when the pen ran out of ink. Weren't we financiers before at 5 a.m.? Weren't we financiers before at 5 a.m.? Is your cousin a scientist? Is your cousin a scientist? Meeting time. Meeting time. Where is the nearest bus stop? Where is the nearest bus stop? I had already finished my homework when my friends arrived. I had already finished my homework when my friends arrived. They accepted the offer without hesitation. They accepted the offer without hesitation. He wouldn't get off the ship. He wouldn't get off the ship. Tonsil. Tonsil. You and I will never part. You and I will never part. I have a question about your talk bet. I have a question about your talk bet. 10-2. 10-2. If I had a magic wand, I would grant you 3 wishes. If I had a magic wand, I would grant you 3 wishes. Can't it sink? Can't it sink? When did he leave? When did he leave? It's not bounce. It's not bounce. Can you give me a discount? Can you give me a discount? I will be working on my new novel next month. I will be working on my new novel next month. He wouldn't answer every day. He wouldn't answer every day. Was his family a cop? Was his family a cop? He was rarely a lawyer. He was rarely a lawyer. Do you like this song? Do you like this song? They will study for the exam. They will study for the exam. Will he pay? Will he pay? I'm going to watch a movie in English. I'm going to watch a movie in English. Is there any milk in the fridge? Is there any milk in the fridge? I'm in the room with the desk. I'm in the room with the desk. I ate Chinese food yesterday. I ate Chinese food yesterday. They ran a marathon. They ran a marathon. Your husband was a dancer. Your husband was a dancer. Can you make my pasta dish with pesto sauce? Can you make my pasta dish with pesto sauce? He was not an immediate publisher. He was not an immediate publisher. They were not prepared for the meeting and felt unprepared as a result. They were not prepared for the meeting and felt unprepared as a result. Let's move on to the next item. Let's move on to the next item. He is a successful lawyer and has won many lawsuits. He is a successful lawyer and has won many lawsuits. If it's cold, I won't go out. If it's cold, I won't go out. He already fixed the broken chair. He already fixed the broken chair. I will be available after 13. I will be available after 13. Was his father the weatherman? Was his father the weatherman? Have I been hit often? Have I been hit often? The audience applauds the performance. The audience applauds the performance. Can it normally be successful? Can it normally be successful? He didn't exercise regularly and his fitness level dropped as a result. He didn't exercise regularly and his fitness level dropped as a result. He easily understands the concept. He easily understands the concept. We respond to 3 products. We respond to 3 products. The hotel is below the comfort level. The hotel is below the comfort level. Is my grandson a geologist? Is my grandson a geologist? Are they working then? Are they working then? Whose phone is this? Whose phone is this? Am I studying now? Am I studying now? Because I am busy with my job. Because I am busy with my job. I learned a lot of things from you. I learned a lot of things from you. Flexible. Flexible. He will start a new job in a different city. He will start a new job in a different city. I could feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. I could feel the warmth of the sun on my skin. Won't I suffer last year? Won't I suffer last year? I want to meet new people. I want to meet new people. He is more mature than his classmates. He is more mature than his classmates. How many books are on the shelf? How many books are on the shelf? Uncertainty. Uncertainty. John, are you here? John, are you here? Aren't we missionaries after a weekend? Aren't we missionaries after a weekend? After an hour they can't make masseuses. After an hour they can't make masseuses. We had been driving for hours when we realized we were lost. We had been driving for hours when we realized we were lost. I'm going to college. I'm going to college. He should study for his exam. He should study for his exam. I have an accent. I have an accent. I can't look. I can't look. I'll have the chicken noodle soup, please. I'll have the chicken noodle soup, please. I didn't want to embarrass you. I didn't want to embarrass you. Let's have a rematch to resolve this. Let's have a rematch to resolve this. We must accept. We must accept. Have you heard of this new restaurant? We have to try. Have you heard of this new restaurant? We have to try. We are rising. We are rising. He had already had his breakfast before he went for a run. He had already had his breakfast before he went for a run. He also likes to do sports. He also likes to do sports. It doesn't matter, I'm just here to make the world a better place. It doesn't matter, I'm just here to make the world a better place. It only matters if it matters to you. It only matters if it matters to you. I wrote a poem about love and friendship. I wrote a poem about love and friendship. Fill it out for each person. Fill it out for each person. Have you seen the last episode of the show? Asked. Have you seen the last episode of the show? Asked. I'm looking forward to this. I'm looking forward to this. If they came early, they would get good seats. If they came early, they would get good seats. Get bored. Get bored. Oh no. Oh no. I'll have eggs Benedict for breakfast. I'll have eggs Benedict for breakfast. Schools are closed if it snows a lot. Schools are closed if it snows a lot. I will study for my exam tomorrow. I will study for my exam tomorrow. I like football. I like football. You cannot do this. You cannot do this. Very good at solving problems. Very good at solving problems. Would you like to try our specialty coffee? Would you like to try our specialty coffee? How to fry chicken fillets. How to fry chicken fillets. It builds after one day. It builds after one day. They will worry. They will worry. He didn't take the shortcut, so he came late. He didn't take the shortcut, so he came late. I'll have to buy a new dress. I'll have to buy a new dress. Do you have lactose-free options? Do you have lactose-free options? He had a cold last week. He had a cold last week. I played video games for an hour and then did my homework. I played video games for an hour and then did my homework. Did not stay often. Did not stay often. They have. They have. How's the weather? How's the weather? He is reading a book. He is reading a book. Can you become a dentist in a year? Can you become a dentist in a year? They can't try. They can't try. You're on the right track. You're on the right track. The beach is very beautiful. The beach is very beautiful. I need to check my emails. I need to check my emails. I see John often. I see John often. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Precision. Precision. You don't listen at night. You don't listen at night. He may not have enough money to buy it. He may not have enough money to buy it. He doesn't like vegetables. He doesn't like vegetables. Blue sky is brighter than gray clouds. Blue sky is brighter than gray clouds. To leave. To leave. How to prepare tuna for sushi. How to prepare tuna for sushi. Do you like swimming? Do you like swimming? See you later. See you later. Maybe you should go home and clean up. Maybe you should go home and clean up. Do you want to say something? Do you want to say something? He armed himself with a gun. He armed himself with a gun. I'm going to visit my grandparents this weekend, she said. I'm going to visit my grandparents this weekend, she said. I take care of my money. I take care of my money. Can I have onion rings with my meal? Can I have onion rings with my meal? My neighbor was a landscape architect. My neighbor was a landscape architect. In the spring the snow will melt. In the spring the snow will melt. There is nothing we can do for that girl. There is nothing we can do for that girl. She looks sad. She looks sad. He's making his dreams come true. He's making his dreams come true. We'll start a war. We'll start a war. I prefer documentaries to reality shows. I prefer documentaries to reality shows. Where are you from? I'm from Turkey. Where are you from? I'm from Turkey. What's your favorite song? What's your favorite song? Cabbage. Cabbage. The music is so loud, it's hard to concentrate. The music is so loud, it's hard to concentrate. Experts from all over the world attended the conference. Experts from all over the world attended the conference. I'm about to go to work. I'm about to go to work. Wouldn't I have tried before? Wouldn't I have tried before? Was your stepdaughter a midwife? Was your stepdaughter a midwife? Can I get you? Can I get you? I accept your offer. I accept your offer. Connected weekly? Connected weekly? The children were playing in the park. The children were playing in the park. How much does a pound of ground beef cost? How much does a pound of ground beef cost? In conclusion, I will prescribe you some medicines. I will prescribe you some medicines. Did you like the museum? Did you like the museum? We sing loudly. We sing loudly. They just arrived at the airport. They just arrived at the airport. They are dancing at the party. They are dancing at the party. Too crowded. Too crowded. Long time no see. Long time no see. They did not evaluate. They did not evaluate. They had already finished their dessert before I got to the restaurant. They had already finished their dessert before I got to the restaurant. Encouraged. Encouraged. He rarely takes a day off from work. He rarely takes a day off from work. Technology excellence. Technology excellence. When I woke up, the sun had already risen. When I woke up, the sun had already risen. Where are you going? Where are you going? He decided to stop eating fast food. He decided to stop eating fast food. He studied English for 2 hours. He studied English for 2 hours. Can we host now? Can we host now? Shouldn't you be? Shouldn't you be? I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. I'm going to the grocery store to buy something to eat for my party. They seldom won. They seldom won. Is it monthly limited? Is it monthly limited? He used to work late but now he has a better schedule. He used to work late but now he has a better schedule. Takes 2 weeks. Takes 2 weeks. The dress is too formal for this occasion. The dress is too formal for this occasion. I want to be able to speak fluently. I want to be able to speak fluently. To nudge. To nudge. This book is the most interesting book I've ever read. This book is the most interesting book I've ever read. Want some popcorn with your movie? Want some popcorn with your movie? I will attend a workshop on leadership skills. I will attend a workshop on leadership skills. The bus arrives in 10 minutes. The bus arrives in 10 minutes. By the time he finishes his presentation, he will have already started the meeting. By the time he finishes his presentation, he will have already started the meeting. John, will you give me the scissors? John, will you give me the scissors? Added earlier at 1 a.m. Added earlier at 1 a.m. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this. Can you pass me the newspaper? Asked. Can you pass me the newspaper? Asked. They have to negotiate after a century. They have to negotiate after a century. Could you turn the music down a little, please? Could you turn the music down a little, please? My fluffy cat. My fluffy cat. They are planning a trip to Europe next summer. They are planning a trip to Europe next summer. They're going to the concert tonight. They're going to the concert tonight. Shouldn't they be suppressed now? Shouldn't they be suppressed now? Won't we listen? Won't we listen? Which movie genre do you like the most? Which movie genre do you like the most? He worked late in the office. He worked late in the office. Back then, people relied on handwritten letters to communicate with each other. Back then, people relied on handwritten letters to communicate with each other. I made pasta for dinner. I made pasta for dinner. Doesn't it hurt? Doesn't it hurt? Can he sign then? Can he sign then? The data show a clear trend. The data show a clear trend. I don't know if it will come. I don't know if it will come. I will also attend the meeting. I will also attend the meeting. The suitcase is too heavy to carry. The suitcase is too heavy to carry. It is subtraction. It is subtraction. I don't notice anything special about the relationship. I don't notice anything special about the relationship. I know it. I know it. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it. Would it take 10 years cold? Would it take 10 years cold? Should not complain at noon. Should not complain at noon. Is your grandfather an officer? Is your grandfather an officer? The legacy of the explorers' discoveries has reshaped geography. The legacy of the explorers' discoveries has reshaped geography. I want to go to the movie. I want to go to the movie. We cleaned the house all day. We cleaned the house all day. When is your birthday? When is your birthday? They couldn't decide where to go for vacation. They couldn't decide where to go for vacation. The players will train for the match to be played next week. The players will train for the match to be played next week. Can I cook my burger on medium heat, please? Can I cook my burger on medium heat, please? We had already reserved a table before we arrived at the restaurant. We had already reserved a table before we arrived at the restaurant. I need some information about the project. I need some information about the project. The concert was liked by everyone. The concert was liked by everyone. The clock ticks non-stop. The clock ticks non-stop. They wouldn't be stewardesses at sunrise. They wouldn't be stewardesses at sunrise. I need to earn enough money to lighten my family's financial burden. I need to earn enough money to lighten my family's financial burden. What time do you usually get up? What time do you usually get up? I'm free all day. I'm free all day. I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of experience. Have to propose soon? Have to propose soon? We cleaned the house after the party. We cleaned the house after the party. I'll have all the popcorn when the movie starts. I'll have all the popcorn when the movie starts. They had their cars done in detail at the car wash. They had their cars done in detail at the car wash. I enjoy listening to music while working. I enjoy listening to music while working. I always carry a pocket knife with me. I always carry a pocket knife with me. The flowers in the garden bloom beautifully. The flowers in the garden bloom beautifully. Do you have any food allergies or intolerances? Do you have any food allergies or intolerances? Did I host? Did I host? Doctors will research new treatments for diseases. Doctors will research new treatments for diseases. No urologist after 4 nights. No urologist after 4 nights. Hand of the door. Hand of the door. Ad. Is successful on a weekly basis. Is successful on a weekly basis. How many pens do you have in your bag? How many pens do you have in your bag? Be reliable and responsible to yourself and others. Be reliable and responsible to yourself and others. I have not visited Italy. I have not visited Italy. He should find out after 3 weeks. He should find out after 3 weeks. Actually, I'm in prep class right now. Actually, I'm in prep class right now. Fails the previous one evening. Fails the previous one evening. We're going on a trip to the beach next month. We're going on a trip to the beach next month. Won't we listen? Won't we listen? I want to be a better cook. I want to be a better cook. After the snowfall, they made a snowman. After the snowfall, they made a snowman. We accept cash, credit card and mobile payments. We accept cash, credit card and mobile payments. Does not remember. Does not remember. It values honesty and integrity. It values honesty and integrity. He played chess with his grandfather. He played chess with his grandfather. It has no nickel. It has no nickel. Should not say next year. Should not say next year. The coffee is too hot to drink right now. The coffee is too hot to drink right now. I can't stop wondering. I can't stop wondering. They wouldn't build walls on a weekly basis. They wouldn't build walls on a weekly basis. Shouldn't he win soon? Shouldn't he win soon? Their dog is barking. Their dog is barking. Consistency. Consistency. One afternoon at sea? One afternoon at sea? We don't show. We don't show. They went to a restaurant and ordered steak and potatoes. They went to a restaurant and ordered steak and potatoes. I am the owner of this property. I am the owner of this property. Single. Single. In the summer, I like to go swimming on the beach. In the summer, I like to go swimming on the beach. Build, grow. Build, grow. We respond to 3 products. We respond to 3 products. They must wear seat belts while driving. They must wear seat belts while driving. We must start or we cannot finish. We must start or we cannot finish. Next year we will be married for 10 years. Next year we will be married for 10 years. Handle of the door. Handle of the door. We're a rent. We're a rent. Didn't start next year. Didn't start next year. I prefer dogs to cats. I prefer dogs to cats. How have you been? How have you been? He must be tired after running the marathon. He must be tired after running the marathon. We can get injured after 5 minutes. We can get injured after 5 minutes. How many brands were affected? How many brands were affected? The decision was made by the committee. The decision was made by the committee. Shouldn't it be suppressed at sunset? Shouldn't it be suppressed at sunset? Ministers' meeting. Ministers' meeting. You were dressing. You were dressing. Didn't I apply? Didn't I apply? Can't they always market? Can't they always market? Are available on an annual basis. Are available on an annual basis. Can't I repeat? Can't I repeat? How did you walk? How did you walk? It's nice to have a clean room. It's nice to have a clean room. He usually arrives late to meetings. He usually arrives late to meetings. Can I have onion rings with my meal? Can I have onion rings with my meal? He has played football since childhood. He has played football since childhood. What's your favorite color? What's your favorite color? I just got a text from my sister. I just got a text from my sister. No, never give up, Neil. No, never give up, Neil. We're going to watch a movie later this evening. We're going to watch a movie later this evening. I have to go to school. I have to go to school. Finalize. Finalize. Sold out. Sold out. Can't usually eat? Can't usually eat? Where can I find stationery materials? Where can I find stationery materials? He was on the phone with his friend. He was on the phone with his friend. Is her stepmother a trader? Is her stepmother a trader? The beach was crowded but we still had a great time. The beach was crowded but we still had a great time. Did you get it? Did you get it? The baby has been sleeping for 2 hours. The baby has been sleeping for 2 hours. I took a shower before going to bed. I took a shower before going to bed. Was her brother a florist? Was her brother a florist? If it snowed, we would go skiing. If it snowed, we would go skiing. Do you like going to the gym? Do you like going to the gym? How much does a movie ticket cost? How much does a movie ticket cost? I just want you to be careful, okay? I just want you to be careful, okay? I need to study for my math exam, but I also need to finish my English homework. I need to study for my math exam, but I also need to finish my English homework. He went to the gym to stay in shape. He went to the gym to stay in shape. No one is coming. No one is coming. I became a widow. I became a widow. He wished he hadn't missed the bus. He wished he hadn't missed the bus. Would it go forward? Would it go forward? If I see him, I'll tell him the news. If I see him, I'll tell him the news. He was playing the guitar when his strings broke. He was playing the guitar when his strings broke. The company had been in financial difficulties for months before declaring bankruptcy. The company had been in financial difficulties for months before declaring bankruptcy. No comment. No comment. Is his grandfather a painter? Is his grandfather a painter? This is his book. This is his book. My family bought a house in 2005. My family bought a house in 2005. We offer free Wi-Fi to our customers. We offer free Wi-Fi to our customers. We are excited to meet our new neighbors. We are excited to meet our new neighbors. The email was accidentally deleted. The email was accidentally deleted. His grandfather was an inventor. His grandfather was an inventor. Can you prepare 1 week in advance? Can you prepare 1 week in advance? Can't write every month? Can't write every month? Hasn't he finished his work yet? Hasn't he finished his work yet? Let me check your medical records. Let me check your medical records. I'm counting the days until that day. I'm counting the days until that day. You wouldn't be gone after 5 days. You wouldn't be gone after 5 days. The song was sung very well by the singer. The song was sung very well by the singer. Can you make the dish with whole wheat pasta? Can you make the dish with whole wheat pasta? How did you miss the deadline? How did you miss the deadline? Doesn't it attract after a century? Doesn't it attract after a century? Can I start? Can I start? The cake was left in the oven an hour before it was baked. The cake was left in the oven an hour before it was baked. He looks nervous before the presentation. He looks nervous before the presentation. I can't afford this. I can't afford this. How often do you go to your mother? How often do you go to your mother? I teach children English. I teach children English. I was late for my meeting due to traffic jam. I was late for my meeting due to traffic jam. Couldn't they prove it? Couldn't they prove it? They are throwing a surprise party for their friends. They are throwing a surprise party for their friends. We are hydrologist. We are hydrologist. Debt. Debt. Could you pass me the salt, please? Could you pass me the salt, please? Celebrating my sister's birthday. Celebrating my sister's birthday. I'm sorry, I have to leave. I'm sorry, I have to leave. Will he throw? Will he throw? We were not employed 4 months ago. We were not employed 4 months ago. We provide catering services for organizations and parties. We provide catering services for organizations and parties. We'll have finished our meal by the time they get to the party. We'll have finished our meal by the time they get to the party. Apples are the most consumed fruit. Apples are the most consumed fruit. I don't notice anything special about how things are right now. I don't notice anything special about how things are right now. Will you join the party? Will you join the party? I'm meeting John at the coffee shop tomorrow at noon. I'm meeting John at the coffee shop tomorrow at noon. He is very kind and always helps others. He is very kind and always helps others. Enjoying next year. Enjoying next year. Do we need MVP? Do we need MVP? My approach to solving this problem is different. My approach to solving this problem is different. Playing football is fun. Playing football is fun. Can he talk for 2 weeks? Can he talk for 2 weeks? Please save my seat. Please save my seat. We have to think. We have to think. I can be a travel agent at sunrise. I can be a travel agent at sunrise. The movie will have already started when we arrive. The movie will have already started when we arrive. I cannot reach this page. You? I cannot reach this page. You? I'll excuse you from class. I'll excuse you from class. We cannot recommend. We cannot recommend. The guest speaker at the event gave an inspiring talk about leadership. The guest speaker at the event gave an inspiring talk about leadership. They moved to a new city last year. They moved to a new city last year. Read the article once. Do you or your partner do any of the things in this article when the article suggests? Read the article once. Do you or your partner do any of the things in this article when the article suggests? I am very tired. I am very tired. I would climb Mount Everest if I could. I would climb Mount Everest if I could. Should we rank? Should we rank? You can also lose money if the stock price drops. You can also lose money if the stock price drops. He has enough money to buy a new phone. He has enough money to buy a new phone. If I were a famous athlete, I would inspire others to play sports. If I were a famous athlete, I would inspire others to play sports. As the sun rises, the water warms up. As the sun rises, the water warms up. They did not give lunchtime. They did not give lunchtime. Birds migrate south. Birds migrate south. Those who are sick. Those who are sick. He has some knowledge of computers. He has some knowledge of computers. Problems can arise when people do not communicate. Problems can arise when people do not communicate. Finger. Finger. She taught English for 2 years in Japan. She taught English for 2 years in Japan. He looks tired. He looks tired. Can I use a gift certificate for my shopping? Can I use a gift certificate for my shopping? I am currently an engineering manager, but 22 years ago I was a student. I am currently an engineering manager, but 22 years ago I was a student. Should not be cooked every week. Should not be cooked every week. Can you tell me where the prepackaged meals are? Can you tell me where the prepackaged meals are? Not only does she love cooking, she also loves baking. Not only does she love cooking, she also loves baking. I remove. I remove. Was your half-brother a shop assistant? Was your half-brother a shop assistant? They studied biology for 3 semesters. They studied biology for 3 semesters. Didn't we teach? Didn't we teach? It rains a lot in this area. It rains a lot in this area. We're doing karaoke at the party. We're doing karaoke at the party. Can I give you some instructions for your medications? Can I give you some instructions for your medications? The report recommends that parents and guardians monitor their children's use of social media and Provide guidance on how to use social media safely and responsibly. The report recommends that parents and guardians monitor their children's use of social media and provide guidance on how to use social media safely and responsibly. We didn't know 10 years. We didn't know 10 years. Was your sister a rower? Was your sister a rower? I will try to do my best. I will try to do my best. Flawless. Flawless. After 4 evenings, he may not fight. After 4 evenings, he may not fight. His stepfather is a preacher. His stepfather is a preacher. I will study in the library. I will study in the library. They sat on the floor while watching the movie. They sat on the floor while watching the movie. Still no sign of the missing cat. Still no sign of the missing cat. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. I can speak for the adjustment of the training. This is my family. This is my family. Night. Night. Do you know what this is called in English? Do you know what this is called in English? Where do you need to go when you arrive at the airport? Where do you need to go when you arrive at the airport? The print format needs to be adjusted. The print format needs to be adjusted. I need a cane. I need a cane. You're always close. You're always close. Was being analyzed. Was being analyzed. I won't wake up next year. I won't wake up next year. The car was parked in the garage. The car was parked in the garage. He wishes he could swim like a fish. He wishes he could swim like a fish. This is awesome. This is awesome. Must be a golfer at sunset. Must be a golfer at sunset. The agency is responsible for the investigation. The agency is responsible for the investigation. Does it sit every year? Does it sit every year? Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? Do you want to go for a walk this weekend? Our grandmother was a politician. Our grandmother was a politician. This camera is very advanced. This camera is very advanced. I can't stand to see them fighting. I can't stand to see them fighting. It is clear that we need to take precautions. It is clear that we need to take precautions. He seldom rode. He seldom rode. The drums were so loud that I couldn't concentrate on my work. The drums were so loud that I couldn't concentrate on my work. I was seeing so much that I couldn't see the light. I was seeing so much that I couldn't see the light. Could you turn the music down a little, please? Could you turn the music down a little, please? I guess so too. I guess so too. On the corner of Maple Street. On the corner of Maple Street. Who has a backpack in the classroom? Who has a backpack in the classroom? The chef will prepare a special meal for the guests. The chef will prepare a special meal for the guests. Since when do you like basketball? Since when do you like basketball? Can't iron at noon. Can't iron at noon. Can I get some help carrying these foods? Can I get some help carrying these foods? We visited that museum on our last vacation. We visited that museum on our last vacation. When the concert is over, I will be listening to my favorite songs live. When the concert is over, I will be listening to my favorite songs live. If I had a magic potion, I would use it to bring world peace. If I had a magic potion, I would use it to bring world peace. We became urologists one night ago. We became urologists one night ago. How thoughtful. How thoughtful. Do we have to feed after one night? Do we have to feed after one night? Can I have coleslaw with my meal? Can I have coleslaw with my meal? I'm from Istanbul. I'm from Istanbul. These are slow turtles. These are slow turtles. Did he send it at 5 the night before? Did he send it at 5 the night before? Was our son a barista? Was our son a barista? The exam was more difficult than I expected. The exam was more difficult than I expected. He would not grow old at sunrise. He would not grow old at sunrise. It could cost 2 years ago. It could cost 2 years ago. Do you have to report after 3 months? Do you have to report after 3 months? If it rained tomorrow, we would stay at home. If it rained tomorrow, we would stay at home. You will learn to play a musical instrument. You will learn to play a musical instrument. Can we meet tomorrow? Can we meet tomorrow? We must support each other in difficult times. We must support each other in difficult times. The boy who was lost in the park has finally been found. The boy who was lost in the park has finally been found. He proves it. He proves it. Is your stepmother a golfer? Is your stepmother a golfer? Should it be the bellhop of the decade? Should it be the bellhop of the decade? Bread maker is making fresh bread for breakfast. Bread maker is making fresh bread for breakfast. What a great day! What a great day! They had seen that movie before. They had seen that movie before. Didn't we love 2 weeks? Didn't we love 2 weeks? Were you a blogger a century ago? Were you a blogger a century ago? There is a waiting area at the bus station. There is a waiting area at the bus station. When do you prefer cake? When do you prefer cake? He drives his car to work. He drives his car to work. After the accident, my father's car broke down. After the accident, my father's car broke down. When do you finish your work? When do you finish your work? He ate a sandwich for lunch. He ate a sandwich for lunch. Students must turn in their assignments on time. Students must turn in their assignments on time. The house was rented to a family. The house was rented to a family. We have to cook it every week. We have to cook it every week. Wouldn't it connect? Wouldn't it connect? Is my father an operator? Is my father an operator? I don't know. How can I say this in English? I don't know. How can I say this in English? Shouldn't she be the receptionist right away? Shouldn't she be the receptionist right away? Slow down. Slow down. Please lie on the examination table. Please lie on the examination table. The management team was discussing the budget. The management team was discussing the budget. We'll stop at noon. We'll stop at noon. The children played ball in the park. The children played ball in the park. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. He was on his way to work when his tire punctured. He read a novel during his vacation. He read a novel during his vacation. He can go on vacation next week. He can go on vacation next week. We will celebrate our anniversary in a fancy restaurant. We will celebrate our anniversary in a fancy restaurant. We will work until we finish the job. We will work until we finish the job.